Jace Morrison stood at his penthouse window, feigning admiration for the Neo-Chicago skyline, while covertly watching the elite interstellar cleaning services vehicle dock at his building's skyport. His pulse quickened as he recognized the familiar purple and white livery. Thursday, Zari's day. Home system. Engage privacy mode, he commanded, straightening his casual dress shirt. And dim the windows by 10%. Privacy mode engaged, Mr. Morrison, the AI responded, then added. Though I feel compelled to note that this is the 8th consecutive Thursday you've made this request at precisely this time. Jace shot an annoyed look at the nearest sensor. I didn't ask for commentary. Of course not, sir. Miss Zari's shuttle has completed docking procedures. She is now in the elevator. Jace stepped away from the window, attempting to appear casual. The past few months had settled into a pattern, working from home on Thursdays, ostensibly in case the cleaning service needed anything. But he knew the truth. It was her. The elevator chimed, and his carefully rehearsed nonchalance shattered. Something was wrong. Zari stood there, but not in her usual pristine uniform. Instead, she wore a simple bodysuit that hugged her athletic frame. Her violet skin was flushed a deeper shade of purple, and her normally bright pink eyes glowed, casting faint rose-colored shadows on her cheeks. Around her neck, a crystal pendant pulsed with an ethereal light. Mr. Morrison, she said, her melodic voice strained. Perhaps I should not have come today. Jace stepped forward instinctively. Zari, are you all right? She took a step back, pressing against the elevator wall. No. Yes. Her chest rose and fell rapidly. This was a mistake. I should have called in sick. But I didn't want to disappoint. I take pride in my reliability. Come in. Sit down, Jace urged, concern growing. You look like you might fall over. She hesitated, then nodded, moving past him. A scent followed, something like cinnamon and starlight, intensified beyond usual. She made it halfway to the couch before stumbling. Jace caught her arm. The moment their skin touched, a visible shiver ran through her entire body. The pendant flared brighter. I'm sorry, she whispered, pulling away. I'm not myself today. Talk to me, Jace said, keeping his distance but watching her carefully. What's happening? Zari sank onto the couch, her fiery red hair falling forward to shield her face. It's complicated, embarrassing, and completely unprofessional. She took a deep breath. I'm experiencing my species' mating cycle. Jace's mouth went dry. Your mating cycle? She nodded, still avoiding his gaze. Every 7 years, adult Liani enter a period of intense biological imperative. Our empathic abilities increase dramatically, and we're drawn to those with whom we have genuine emotional connections. Her fingers traced the glowing crystal. This pendant is a family heirloom. Its luminescence during the cycle reveals the depth of our bonds. Jace swallowed. Why did you come to work? Finally, she looked up. Her glowing pink eyes met his. Because I couldn't stay away. Because... The pendant flared brighter. Because it's you, Mr. Morrison. The admission hung between them, thick with unspoken emotions. Jace's mind reeled. How many times had he caught himself watching her work, appreciating the way she moved? He had told himself it was just admiration for her professionalism. But was it more? Zari, he began, but she stood abruptly, moving toward her cleaning supplies. I should work. That's why I'm here. I can maintain enough control to complete my duties. She grabbed a cleaning drone, her hand shaking. Though I should warn you, my emotional state might affect the efficiency of the equipment. Liani technology is partially empathic responsive. As if to prove her point, the drone in her hands hummed to life, spinning in erratic patterns, its lights pulsing in sync with her pendant. Maybe we should talk about this, Jay suggested, stepping closer. There's nothing to discuss, Zari said quickly, though her body swayed toward him. I'm your cleaning service provider. This is inappropriate. I shouldn't have said anything. You're more than just a service provider, Jay said softly. You're... He struggled for the right words. I look forward to Thursdays. The cleaning drone spun faster, whirring anxiously as Zari's emotional turmoil escalated. Mr. Morrison, please, she whispered, pressing her hands to her temples. You don't understand what you're doing to me. My empathic abilities. I can feel everything you're feeling right now. Every attraction, every emotion. It's overwhelming. Jace took another step. Then help me understand. She exhaled shakily. The psycho bond isn't just attraction or even love. It's deeper, more permanent. There's no going back. Maybe I don't want to go back, Jay said. Maybe I'm tired of pretending these days aren't the highlight of my week. Maybe I want to know everything about you, about your culture, about why that pendant glows. A small, broken laugh escaped her. You're making this impossible. Then stop fighting it, he urged. Stop pretending we don't already know what this is. Zari stared at him for a long moment, the pendant pulsing between them like a heartbeat. Then slowly she nodded. All right, but first you need to understand exactly what you're getting into. The cycle, the bond, my culture. There's so much you need to know. I'm listening, Jay said, gesturing toward the couch. We have all day. As they sat together, careful but close, the pendant's glow settled into a steady, warm pulse. Around them, the cleaning drones remained silent, as if holding their breath for whatever came next. 6 months after their historic engagement, Jace and Zari found themselves in the midst of an unexpected diplomatic whirlwind. Their love story had ignited a cultural revolution, and now both the Lien High Council and Earth's diplomatic corps demanded their presence. They want us to do what? Jace stared at the holographic summons hovering over their breakfast table. Appear before the council, Zari read aloud, her pendant pulsing with concern. To discuss the unprecedented surge in cross-species relationships following our story. Oh, the drama. Luna's excited voice chimed in as she materialized on their home screen. Please tell me I can cover this. Earth's favorite interstellar couple faces ancient alien council. The ratings would be astronomical. Before they could respond, another alert flashed. A message from Earth's diplomatic corps. They too wanted to discuss the rapidly evolving human-Lien social dynamics. Jace rubbed his temples. Well, at least this time we know the cleaning equipment combat techniques work. Zari's pink eyes sparkled with amusement. Thinking of taking on the entire Lien High Council with a sonic duster? Why not? It worked on the debt collectors, he grinned. Besides, we've got something they don't. And what's that? Zari crossed her arms, intrigued. Jace gestured toward Luna, whose face was lighting up every screen in their apartment. The most powerful social media influencer in 3 star systems. Luna beamed. Already trending. #LetThemLove is the top hashtag on both planets. As they prepared to face their next challenge, the pendant's glow remained steady and bright. A reminder that some connections transcend not just species, but entire galactic councils. Meanwhile, across the vast darkness of space, a mysterious figure watched Luna's broadcast with great interest. Their eyes narrowed as they replayed the footage, lingering on every detail of the pendant's glow and the unique blend of Lien and human technology. Something far greater than romance was at play. Dear fans of Jace and Zari's extraordinary journey, what began as a simple cleaning service appointment transformed into a story that challenges our understanding of connection, tradition, and love itself. In the neon glow of Neo Chicago, an elite programmer and a violet-skinned cleaning professional from the stars proved that true bonds transcend all boundaries. Their journey reminds us that love often finds us in the most unexpected places, sometimes while wielding a sonic duster or coding home defense systems. Cultural differences, societal pressures, and even interstellar debt collectors are no match for 2 hearts that resonate on the same frequency. Through Jace and Zari, we learn that the most beautiful traditions are the ones we create together. Their path from professional distance to profound connection teaches us that every great love story starts with the courage to defy expectations, to be vulnerable, to challenge conventions, and sometimes to fight off hostile aliens with cleaning equipment. And let's not forget Luna Thompson, whose enthusiastic coverage reminds us that acceptance often starts with one voice willing to champion love in all its forms. Her live stream didn't just change opinions. It reshaped the future of human-alien relations, proving that when it comes to matters of the heart, the only boundaries that matter are the ones we choose to maintain. So whether you're human, Lien, or from some distant corner of the galaxy, remember this. Your love story doesn't have to follow anyone else's script. Sometimes, the most powerful bonds form when we least expect them, glowing as brightly as a Lien pendant in the midst of chaos. May we all find the courage to love boldly, fight creatively, and clean thoroughly. Because you never know when a routine service call might turn into the adventure of a lifetime. Sometimes, the best stories aren't about chosen ones or legendary heroes. They're about ordinary people and robots who discover they're capable of far more than they ever imagined. If you ever felt like Rix, playing it safe to avoid complications, or like Floor, stuck in expectations you never signed up for, maybe this story was meant for you. In a universe full of Star Wars and Star Treks, sometimes we need a reminder that even a guy who fixes coffee makers can save the galaxy with the right motivation and a highly sophisticated toaster. I'd love to hear what you thought about this cosmic comedy of errors. Did you relate to Rick's strategic laziness? Did Admiral Mom remind you of your own family's well-intended meddling? Are you now side-eyeing your kitchen appliances, wondering if they have matchmaking capabilities? Drop a comment, send a signal, or simply raise a glass of Citron Quick Lemonade to love, chaos, and the occasional accidental marriage. And remember, sometimes the best things in life happen when we stop dodging complications and start embracing them instead. May your coffee makers never break, and may your toasters always have your back. P.S. No appliances were harmed in the making of this story, though a few did learn to play Never Gonna Give You Up.